Here's how this works. Water, salt, and pepper, those are freebies. Your pantry, it better have flour, oil, vinegar, mustard, and garlic. Beyond that, you'll only need 5 more ingredients and 25 minutes to put an entree or entire meal on the table. So, shop, set the clock, and let's dish out. All right, we'll of course need some large flour tortillas. Get some burrito size ones. We'll need a handful. We'll need some cooked chicken. I've got that in the form of a cold rotisserie here, but a warm rotisserie or even just some pre-cooked chicken out of the market would be fine. Some pre-cut peppers and onions. Some cheese of your choosing. Monterey Jack or pepper jack would be traditional. And for some seasoning and extra flavor, a little chicken taco seasoning packet. With all that together, we can get to work. Being that I am using a cold rotisserie here, I'm just going to go ahead and shred that up into large bite-sized pieces. You don't want it too small. You want to actually be able to taste the chicken and get that texture. Next up, we're going to grab those burritos, put some olive oil down on a 9x13 sheet tray, and just use the burrito shells to spread that oil around so we don't have any stickage on the bottom. And you're going to go ahead and make yourself a bottom layer with your shells. Of course, we grated that cheese up. We don't use any pre-grated cheese. And put down about half that 16-ounce block, followed by a generous portion of chicken. We'll then follow that by the peppers and onions. By the way, if you can't find this little box of pre-cut peppers and onions in the grocery store, you could certainly cut your own. Just might be more than 5 ingredients. Or you could use a bag of frozen pepper blend. Finally, we'll sprinkle over that chicken taco seasoning. It's got enough salt and pepper so that we have thoroughly seasoned this dish along with that salt that's in the cheese. And next up, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've only done this a couple of times before, and my rolling or tucking or whatever you call this right here, my technique is not there yet. So I struggle with this for a little bit, and by the way, this is not going to be the prettiest plate of food we've ever cooked on the channel, but that's okay because it's still going to taste great. We're just going to tuck a smaller sheet tray on the top to hold those top tortillas in. You could also use toothpicks if you wanted to. We're just going to park that into a 400-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, taking that tray off about halfway through so that we can ensure we get some color on those top tortillas too. They are nice and crispy. We'll slide this out off the sheet tray because it'll be easier to cut that way. And by the way, you could use any kind of meat you want in this, guys. The chicken is just an easy thing to find that is cooked and ready to go in the grocery store. These would be great with just veggies or with some steak or ground beef as well. And then use a knife or a pizza cutter to cut this up into 6 or 8 portions. Look at that nice glob of gooey cheese right there. Oh, you know that's going to be great. For garnishes, these are of course optional. I'm going to squirt on a little sour cream and some pico de gallo, fresh salsa, and that's it. Got a nice little wedge of sheet pan quesadillas here. We're going to try this out. Guys, this is super simple, a great weeknight dinner that definitely can feed a crowd if you fill that quesadilla up, which I did. Super cheesy and rich. That chicken taco seasoning adds a lot of flavor. Really simple, but sometimes simple is the best when it comes to quick weeknight dinners. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you'll give this a try and let me know what you think. As always, make it your own and go make something delicious.